You know what I mean?
I remember that.
So his album was lightweight band, not getting put in stores and stuff. So I was the main artist. So he was going in on me trying to get paid.
And Season of the Sickness, I believe it was maybe 5 years ago. I know that it's achieved gold status right now, right? You got a gold plaque for that, right?
Yeah.
So that's gone gold, and you should probably go check up on 24 Deep, bro.
Yeah, I was
24
thinking
Deep
about
sold
that.
a lot of records, bro. 24 Deep sold a lot of records, and I don't know what you can do now. I would think right about now, you probably have possession of both of those masters right now, right?
Yeah, I own those.
Yeah, so if you own it, dog, it's like it don't even matter, man. But I would check on my certification for it just to, you want your plaques and stuff, them your trophies.
Yeah, I thought about it. I go through BMG right now, so I'm gonna probably go to Fred and be, have him check that out. Though I did think about that though.
And you a real visual dude, man. I love the way you write. Have you ever thought about getting into film or anything?
Come on in.
Huh?
Funk Betty here, my producer and shit.
My bad.
Oh,
okay. Have you ever thought about getting into production, bro?
What up,
Funk Beta?
What's going on? Hey,
What's cracking?
what's bubbling, pimping?
Shit, everything.
You know, this is the Gangster Chronicles, man. We just got Funk Beta on Bum Rush the interview.
It's all good.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, man. That's what Gangster Chronicles. Y'all getting it live and uncut.
Hell yeah.
But have you ever thought about doing anything movie-wise, bro?
Bruh. Right now, I did a couple movies. Priority, I don't know if you know who Dave Weiner is. Eiht, you know who
of course.
I know Dave.
He wrote a movie called Now Eiht, and I was the star of it, but it was real low budget. But I did some, if you see this movie, AWOL 72, I was an extra in there. And I did a couple just extra type shit. But right now, I'm doing an iPhone movie. You know what I mean? I've been doing it for about like 9 months now, but I don't talk about it too much though, but I've always wanted to do it. Eiht, you a lot of the reason why I wanted to do it. Real talk.
Well, Lynch, I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Me and Eiht got some stuff going on, bro. We got some stuff going on with that, man. You know, that we go holler about down, a little bit, when it's a little bit more official, because right now it's in the early infancy stages of it, dog, and we getting everything together. But I thought I would love to do some horror stuff with you. You ain't never thought about getting into because that's who you are, bro. You hip-hop Steven Spielberg.
This nigga's still well full.
Lynch is hip-hop Steven Spielberg because he gonna say some stuff, but it's not. Some of that stuff that came out back in the day and the horrorcore stuff was corny. Your stuff is like just real visual and just real visceral. You know what I mean? It's like it kind of just jump out at you.
I don't listen to horrorcore rappers. Like I never heard Gangsta Nip stuff. You know what I mean? I never heard Esham stuff. I don't really listen to hardcore rap. That's why it's a trip they put me there.
Yeah, I see you as a dude. You probably ride around all day listening to stuff like MF Doom and all the dudes that really spit on.
Man, I'll be listening to Crooked Eye. I'll be listening to, man, I ain't been listening to rap really in like 10 years, though.
You sound about like Eiht, dog, because Eiht played all up.
No
you
rap,
sound
bro.
like Eiht.
No rap.
If you go to Eiht's playlist, Eiht is gonna be playing everything pre-2007, probably. Everything is 2007.
I can't get it. I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with new artists, but it don't follow my storyline of what I'm used to as far as music concerned. Music that calms this savage beast. You get me? And I like what I like. And like I said, no disrespect to none of the new artists. Music has transitioned. Music has transitioned into a whole new genre, and I could only imagine what my mom and them thought when we started rapping. You get me? Even though it wasn't to the point of where they couldn't understand it, or it was whatever. Because I spoke very clearly in telling you, nigga,
yes, sir.
what it was.
Yes, sir.
But they just didn't understand it because it was new to them. You get me? You got all these, and then what we represented as far as music is concerned, like I said, because I was a young nigga at one time, like yourself, like you still. We was all 18, 19, and motherfucker, I fuck a nigga up or I do whatever. And, when moms probably told me some shit like, why you nigga doing that, nigga? I'm like, nigga, that's my shit. You get me? And you can't tell me nothing. I wasn't finna go getting on 9 to 5 or, once the bug hit, nigga, it's all about pushing this art form right here. But they couldn't understand it. We got a lot of people, there were some people who probably felt like let them express. And then there were some motherfuckers who just didn't understand what we were doing. Now, I understand niggas wanting to express themselves today with their music. Especially niggas who walked our walk. You feel me? Like the young homies today who's walking our walk. You feel me? They got the same attitude. You can't tell me shit.
It's definitely some young spitters out there. It's definitely some young spitters.
And not to discredit them. And like I
feel
said,
like it's coming back a little bit. I feel like lyrics is coming back right now as we speak. Lyrics is coming back.
Speaking of that, Lynch, what did you think about the whole, every era when something new happened, they label it as the biggest thing happening. I don't know if a cat like Drake could even see you lyrically, dog.
Bruh, I mean, everybody got their conspiracy theories. I don't believe in ghostwriters. You know what I mean? So if you was gonna ask me about that Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle, I know Kendrick writes his shit. I'm not sure if Drake does. Definitely. I'm not sure if Drake does. So I didn't really take that battle like everybody else did.
To be honest with you, dog, Eiht told me one day he didn't want to talk about it no more, and I was kind of low-key relieved. I was like, good, man, I don't want to talk about this shit no more either. Because it's, I don't even know why it's considered a battle if you got one cat that don't write his shit.
Real talk.
Now, I can understand you in the course of songwriting, getting some hooks here and there, whatever, like that. That's just collaborating at that point then, because you might be doing something with Funk Beta, and he might have something that got a hook on it already.
Yeah, I believe in that if you're creating, bro, but I grew up a battle rapper. In the 80s, I was a battle rapper. You know what I mean? That's why, I pride myself on lyrics. And when somebody else writing for somebody, man, I don't get that part of the game. I mean, maybe it's something new that I just never caught on to. The big artists, I heard Jay-Z and all these people got ghostwriters sometimes. You know what I mean?
Oh, you heard Hov had a ghostwriter? I don't know. I would be disappointed if I heard Hov had somebody else writing his raps.
I've heard it. I heard that.
That's something else, man.
A lot of rappers I heard.
You know what? Shit, who else you don't heard Lynch? You might be breaking some more news, man. Who else out there getting their shit ghost written, but out here taking credit?
Well, I'm gonna keep my mouth now. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut now.
We got that.
I want somebody to attack me, but I don't want to start. I want a rapper to attack me, but I don't want to start no shit.
I heard that, man. I don't think too many people go try to fuck with you, Lynch. I think you one of them dudes. We gonna leave his ass alone.
Right.
We gonna leave his ass. We leave Lynch alone.
I should keep this out, but I'm gonna let this out, bro. When I was in LA, bro, I had a drinking problem. I went to the hospital 2 times. I had to stop drinking when I lived in LA. And bro, I got to the point where I couldn't even remember my kids' names or nothing. When they're in the hospital, they was asking me questions I couldn't even answer. So with this album, I had to learn how to rap again.
Wow. Wow, man. I'm glad that you're here and sober now, man. So you've been really going through some shit, Lynch, for you to even be able to put this album out. It's pretty amazing, man, because alcoholism, people don't talk about it. like they talk about the other, you know, diseases and stuff like that. But alcoholism is a real debilitating disease, bro.
Yeah, bro. I
Man.
was bad, bro. I had a man, Eiht, if you don't remember, bro, I had a beer the whole time. We was working on that album in the video.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd have paid
It's
it,
nothing.
man.
Yeah, it's nothing to, that's something we don't, you know, they don't really I guess they don't really look at when people are in our positions. I don't know, because motherfuckers don't check for us or worried about mental or abuse or whatever like that. We supposed to be just niggas from the block, invincible to anything. You get me?
Yeah.
But we men first, and then we're being black men, and with the vices and shit that, you know, we had to put on ourselves just to cope with this type of shit. And then that's a double when you got to watch your back from street shit, and then you got to be able to get into the studio and produce some shit, you know, good enough that a motherfucker want to spend his $10 and shit. So it's the hustle double. That causes us to smoke. You get me? And niggas don't look at smoking weed as being addicted and shit. But nigga, I need some weed. You get me? I don't give a fuck, nigga. Wherever
it's a lot, it's a lot, bro, because it's not a natural thing to grow up getting shot at or shooting at people or going through this or having a, you know, it's a lot, man. You may have a parent like both of you guys have mentioned, Lynch, I heard you mention earlier that your mom struggled with addiction. You said your father struggled with addiction. He was functioning, but he still struggled with addiction to the point to where it impacted your family. All of that stuff is not natural, man. So you have to find an outlet, man, or something just to get through it, because it's not like we have parents, hey, I'm going to go get you therapy. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to reveal something to everybody too. I've been getting therapy for the last 2 years, and it's the best thing in my life, you know, because your life becomes like your life almost comes under a microscope when you start doing anything in entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And everybody seems to have this ideal that you got money that you don't necessarily have. And you're getting it from it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of stress. So I advise anybody, man, go get some therapy, go get somebody to talk to, bro, get it off your chest, because I think in our community, man, that's the thing. It's like, man, I'm gonna roll a blunt up and I'm gonna go get me a beer, and I'm gonna sit down and just forget about the shit. The problem is still there, but you just numbing it out. You never addressing or dealing with nothing. Therapy definitely helps you deal with everything.
My thing is, as far as therapy, I didn't want to talk to no stranger about my shit. You know what I mean? That's how I used to think. I'm probably more open to that today, but back then, I wasn't trying to tell no stranger nothing. I don't know why it felt like that back then.
And I'm gonna tell you what probably, like, honestly, what probably really helped cats like you and Eiht as well is the fact that y'all was rappers. You would be able to get stuff off your chest to a certain extent. You feel what I mean? To the world, definitely. And you would get to go out and just kind of vent and let it out, right? But I'm gonna tell you, man, I had that thing too, to where I was like, why am I gonna go talk to some dude that's in the, he can't identify what the hell I got going on. But sometimes just having somebody there to listen to your ass that's not gonna judge you, and you telling them all this fucked up shit you got going through your mind, and you think about doing this, and you think about doing that, and they just sitting there looking at you like this and listening, and they not judging you, bro. It's a certain liberty to that.
Okay.
It's a certain freedom in that, man. I'm just saying, I'm really glad that you got that figured out, bro. And I don't know how you did it, man. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know how you did it, but you got it done.
Hold up. You was a black man who you felt like you was having situations to where you were being judged. So you felt like you had to go sit down and talk to somebody about who wouldn't judge you for having having thought of, I really want to kill him.
It was a little bit deeper than that, bro.
Whoop a nigga's ass, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit deeper than that.
Do you think you had to get therapy because you were in a situation?
not
you couldn't
necessarily
handle
because of
the
that.
situation.
I think just after so many years, of having
Mhm.
stuff just bottled up, it's like if you fill a Pepsi bottle with water, right? And you
Mhm.
got a cap on that motherfucker. Eventually, if you keep putting water in it at high pressure, that motherfucker go blow up. I felt like I was at the point of I was about to blow up, dog. It would be like, and it's just not from current stuff. I'm talking about this is stuff from my childhood
Why
to
you had
just
it
now.
bubbled up? Why you
You,
had it
Yeah.
bubbled in?
because I think as black men, we always talk just to kind of take stuff on the chin and keep it moving, kind of do it with a smile. You
Oh
feel what I'm
yeah, I get
saying?
that.
Like, I'm not tripping, I'm just moving on, whatever, whatever.
I
Because
get
it's
that.
like, I notice with us as black men, we really don't deal with stress very well because everybody sitting on this phone right now, bro, got a certain amount of pressure that they deal with, whether it be financially. We got certain expectations that, come our way. And that's just being a man. We ain't no different than the dude that work in no factory all day, dog. And he got to figure out how to pay for this and figure that. We all got it. It's just not that, bro. You think about certain situations, right? You think about, you may say, man, you know what, man? I made this mistake when I was 18. This cost me right now. Or I did this. Just the pressure of life, man. Just the ills of life, man, is a motherfucker.